Okay, alright, so we're now just going to continue with our assembly of our wooden toy. As you can see, I've added my washers and screws to all my wheels now, and obviously hopefully you've done the same. If you haven't, that just needs to be completed. So we've basically got the entire cab now fully assembled. Once we've got the cab, we then just need to add on our trailer parts. So again, we're in our assembly, we go to Insert, and I find our trailer. Apologies, I've got lots and lots of drawings. That's what it is. So we'll find our trailer. Again, because I've done it separately, it'll ask me to create a version, just basically a copy of it. So I'll click on the part and it'll drop it on our screen. So this time we're going to do a slightly different mate. So rather than do a fastened mate, because we actually want this to be able to pivot around our pivot pin, we're going to use this revolute mate. Again, the process is basically identical, other than the fact that you'll see it'll just allow it to rotate as well. So you can see if I hover over it, it gives me this extra information, so basically how I would do it. A revolute mate constrains 2 parts in assembly. The parts rotate around the axis only. So we'll click on that. Again, we want to select the pin, and again if I move out the way, so we want it to have that mate connector where it is at the moment, so it's flush with this top face here, so that's correct. I'm then going to scroll to our hole in the front, so again just move off that. We want it to be inside the hole itself, so again that's correct. So we've got the bottom face, the hole selected, and our mate connector right in the middle of the hole, so hopefully that will have done that correct from there. Again, if you want to bring it round so it ends up square, you will be able to rotate it, but again you can obviously just run it round that way so it looks right. You don't need to do that because you'll see in a minute that when I click off that, it'll actually allow me to still rotate. So that's what we want. It's all fixed everywhere else, but it will actually allow me to pivot and rotate if I click and hold my left mouse button, which is exactly what we want. So that's the first part of adding our trailer on there. Just click off that one because again we don't need to add any more to that one. I'm then going to insert my my trailer base. So again, go to my wooden toy. So trailer base. Fairly straightforward parts. Again, very much like the how we did the front. So we're going to do a fastened mate because you don't want that to move, and we need to remember that this should have this little bumper as well. But I'll run through that. So this time it's a fastened mate. So we left click on fastened mate. I'm going to select the back of the bottom of our trailer, and then again I want our fastened mate to be right in the centre of that end edge. So that's right there. I'm then going to come to this section. I'm going to do the top, which will eventually become the bottom. So again, use this face. Again, put that fasten mate right towards the middle on there. That's it. That'll move it so it's flush. Well, we don't quite want it flush. So we're then going to put an offset. And again, it wants to be in this X direction, so this red direction. So that offset wants to be 5mm. Let's have a little look at that. I'm just going to check that. Oh, it's the wrong way, so it actually wants to be -5mm. You can see I just did this little play button here. It just gives me a sort of visual of what it's going to look like. But again, that looks like it's all right with that -5mm on this X direction, so we're happy with that. That's got that fixed in position as well. We then might as well put the next part in. So the next part are these trailer wheel supports or axles. Again, just need to create a new version for this one. So create. select our part, and hopefully we should be getting used to this now. So we're going to do a fasten make, so you don't want it to move anywhere. This time we're going to use this bottom edge, so bottom face, select, I'm going to select the middle I think this time. I think this will work. So if I select the midpoint, so put that make connector on the midpoint there, then when I go to this one I can do exactly the same, so select the top face but then select the midpoint for the make connector. That hopefully will put it there. You can see it's just gone the wrong direction. Again, that sometimes happens. If remember, we then just have these options, so we're just going to revolve it because it's correct, it just needs rotating 90 degrees, so we're just going to revolve that, so that positions it nicely on our base there, so that's good with that. Again, don't need to do any more fastening than that, so we'll click off that. We then just need to insert the other side. So again, select our wheel width, trailer support, click on it, and we'll do the exact same thing, repeating. So fasten to mate, select this bottom face, select the mate connector over this midpoint here, and then we do exactly the same as we did previously. So we're going to go top face and make the mate connector this far edge, so in the middle of this far edge. Again, just need to do a bit of revolving, so this icon here, reorientate second axis, 182 all the way around. So there we go. So that's now correct, everything's flush, we've got our bumpers, got our 5mm, and we're happy to go. So we're not a million miles away now from finishing off. Again, people might want to have a go at actually adding all their wheels, washers and all that type of thing to that part now, but again I am going to do another tutorial if you can't manage it yourself.